the moment we must remove terrorists from power, we must restore order, we must protect the children from abuse, from indoctrination. Once we achieve that goal, then we can talk about governing prosperity. Is there any alternative to a Palestinian state that could actually bring us closer to peace? Yes. Again, they are not Palestinians. We're not Palestinians. We are Arabs. It could be an Arab federation that is not concerned very much of a sovereign state as much as education, infrastructure, economy. And Israel can help the Arabs in Judea and Samaria, in the West Bank, and even in Gaza to prosper, because it's in Israel's interest that their neighbors would be in a better shape. And in fact, Israel can work with the Arabs. So there are alternatives. World powers, and as you noticed, we sat down with many representatives of many countries today, that it doesn't make sense to go and just recognize a Palestinian state on the moon, while reality on the ground is completely different, while we have a new generation of Arabs who say enough of the PLO, enough of anything that is affiliated with Palestine. And we have a big number of them, which is basically the major tribes in the south and in the north that are coming forward fearlessly saying, we don't want all this nonsense. We want economy, we want peace, we want stability. So what do I do in this case? Do I go on a suicidal war with Israel for eternity, where everybody is going to suffer and everybody is going to be destroyed? Or I say, you know what? The wisdom say, forget about the state for the time being. Let's have a transitional period of time where the Arabs can integrate into a civil society, where we can help them build their economy, prosper, and after that, maybe we can talk about a governing body. It could be a federation, it could be an emirate that does not compromise Israel's security. Israel's security, and I tell you from experience, as someone who worked in the counterterrorism for a long time, Israel cannot afford giving anybody, any political entity that pose a threat to existential threat for the state of Israel. So even if the United States, Europe, the world united, try to sanction Israel, to force Israel to compromise its very existence, Israel will choose sanction over an immediate existential threat within its own borders. And I tell you this knowing that no Israeli leader would agree for such a threat from within. If this is the reality, we need to be realistic about it. What do I choose? I choose future, I choose economy. And by the way, take for example, the Vatican. The Vatican is a state within Rome. Does not have any political borders, but it's one of the most powerful states in the world, with great economy and great influence. So in the 21st century, I find it very strange that some people are still fighting for political borders. It's actually, we should be doing the opposite. You know, in a natural environment, the political border is just symbolic, should be only symbolic, where people should be able to drive their car from Jerusalem to Amman, from Jerusalem to Damascus, from Jerusalem to Riyadh, and vice versa. We're just out of respect to that border. But the borders here we have, they are mostly defenseless borders, and this is those who propose a Palestinian state. Basically, they are forcing Israel to accept defenseless borders. In a scenario like October 7, meaning that an invasion, we would wake up in the morning and it would be casualties in the hundreds of thousands, not in the thousands as we witnessed on October 7. And the jihadists are surrounding the entire region. So why do I try to force Israel, a totally developed country, to accept such a proposal and encourage generation after generation to continue in this endless fight? This is why I completely oppose, at the time being at least, a Palestinian statehood. I don't think it's good for the Arab children. I don't think it's good for the Jewish children. I think it's going only to take us into a rabbit hole, another one. And it will guarantee the continuation of this vicious cycle. This is my philosophy. This is where I stand. I don't care for any political entity that is going to compromise this generation and the other generation.
You're welcome. Thank you very much. Thank you very much.